Hi guys, I haven't scripted this video, so I'm gonna just try and speak from the heart and not waffle too much. This video might be kind of long, so you might want to grab yourself a cup of something, maybe a biscuit, and sit down. I don't really know if there's a place for long, chatty videos anymore. Maybe. The YouTube has changed so much since I began 15 years ago, and I know I haven't kept it up, and I've only really started to do it again in the last 6 months. I have now finished my 6-month experiment that I began back in July, and I've been trying to film like a review, a sort of sum up, a finale as it were, of how it went and what I thought was good and what I found challenging and what was next and everything. But for some reason that video just is not flowing and I'm having a really hard time actually putting it together. I think because I'm just kind of done with that experiment now and I don't want to have to keep revisiting it. I definitely enjoyed some things about it. I liked the home improvement goal the most because it was the easiest to see in real time and it really made a difference day to day. And the others, social media growth and improving like strength and reducing pain, they're harder to quantify and they weren't as satisfying in the same way. As the experiment came to a close, I felt the need to think about what was next. And honestly, I've been thinking about it probably for a few months because I didn't know what was next. When I began YouTube again last year in April, I think it was, because I think I tried to do it around the time of my birthday. I was just sharing whatever I felt like sharing, and it was going to be kind of like creative projects, stuff I was making. That could be including things like food, like so bread, for example. And then I got swept up in this 6-month experiment idea. I thought that that would really help my channel grow in a way that it did not. I have grown my channel a little bit. It's been nice to see some subscribers, the new ones, and it's also been really lovely to see older subscribers coming back and familiar names and faces returning. That's been really nice because some of you have been here from the beginning in 2010, which is weird to say. And Leo's 14, he's going to be 15 this March, and it's amazing how time flies. I've entered 2026 feeling a little bit lost, and I think part of the reason that my channel is really struggling to grow particularly quickly is because I've tried to make it into something different too many times. The YouTube algorithm basically takes the content that you make and then it decides who's going to be most interested in seeing your content and it serves it to those people. But if you make, and this works really well, if you make consistent content about a consistent subject that people want to know about forever, basically, that's the best kind of thing. Or if you like do a specific kind of entertainment and people want to keep showing up and seeing that entertainment, then that works too. But if you're a bit more like me, where I want to upload lots of different things, it's called a variety channel. Variety channels are harder to grow because the algorithm doesn't know who to show your content to. And I think that's where I am now, and I think that's why I'm struggling. So I had been thinking that maybe I need to take this channel back to its original foundations. Family life, organizing, cleaning, decluttering, and pregnancy updates. Because I'm actually due with another baby in June of this year. And it's happened a little bit sooner, and honestly we weren't sure if it was going to happen at all because we weren't totally sure, but it has happened and I'm pregnant. I'm actually 17 weeks and 1 day today. I got a little picture. Eden will be 2 years and 3 months by the time this baby arrives, and it happens to be another June birthday. And June is looking busy. We've got John's birthday, my mum's birthday, Fox's birthday, and now this baby's birthday will be in June as well. So I could go back to my roots, my foundation, and share things about being a mum. It's just so difficult because I'm someone who has a lot of interests. I like to try lots of different things. I like to do lots of different things, and I'm quite varied in those. They're quite opposite in some ways. So for example, I like numbers and finance, and that's something that I've been more interested in the last 5 years. And then I'm also creative, and I've tried to do like illustration as well. I am revisiting them both as potential income streams now. I have always found it hard to choose just one path and dedicate myself to it. I've never really known what I wanted to do, and I know that a lot of people feel like that, and it's very normal to have lots of different interests. You know, it makes us interesting, makes us who we are. You know, on the one hand, I can be creative and I can have an interest in things like gardening, but then I'll also have an interest in like investing and actually learning new finance skills. For a long time now, I've had a second channel that I haven't done anything with, and that channel was supposed to be just about like art and creativity and illustration. And I'd love to say that I could do both, that I could run both channels, but I feel like even just sitting down to make this video and the one that I made just before this one and the one that I made last week, where it wasn't just like shorts content and I actually come to sit down and make videos, longer form videos like this, it's actually pretty challenging for me to find the time on top of work and looking after the children and the house and things like that. So I'd love to say that I could manage both, but I think realistically that's going to be really tough, unless I get extremely good about boundaries and working late. You know, do I want to do another 6-month experiment? I could, but that's not really what my channel was about in the beginning. I'm not sure if other mums and parents would be interested to know about things like what I'm doing to make sure I have better career prospects the other side of maternity leave. Because at the moment, when I go on maternity leave, I'm at risk of kind of just repeating the last 2 years, and that's something that I don't want. I want to make sure that I'm pushing the needle forward, and that as I approach 40, I'm gonna be in a better position than I am now financially. And a part of me also feels like I would regret not trying to have a creative income stream as well. I know I've tried before. I've not been successful before, mostly because of my own demons. And I know that that's common for a lot of artists and illustrators and creatives. But I feel like maybe I'm at a place where I'm ready to grow and embrace the discomfort. It's hard when there's a lot of stuff that you want, when you have quite a lot of ambition and not a lot of time or money. Don't have a lot of money. Who does these days? The billionaires, that's who. So yeah, what are we now? 11 minutes? Oh, not as long as I thought. I thought this was going to go on for like 20 minutes or more. There's this piece of advice that goes around sometimes where it says like, you are the brand and everything that you do is your brand. And I actually feel like when it comes to things like YouTube, that doesn't necessarily apply. I think it's actually better to have one dedicated focus and produce content around that. And I think that that is better if you want to grow your YouTube channel, perhaps become monetized like I do. It's just so hard to pick one, you know, when I kind of want to honor them all. I don't know, guys. Anyway, do you want to see the bump? Because it's actually a bump now. It kind of just looked like I had a good Christmas for a while, and now it's actually looking like a baby bump. So I can show you. Let me just have a sip of my tea. So you can kind of see it's a bit more of a baby bump now. I don't know if I'd actually do pregnancy updates. I'd probably do things like things that I'm buying again for baby, because we've got rid of a lot of stuff and there are only so many things that I would actually buy again. And probably things like nesting and decluttering, because there's plenty of that to do. I've really enjoyed the home improvement from my 6-month goal, and I think I'd want to keep doing that so that the home and the house can feel even more like us. There's still so much to do. If you have any ideas, comments, suggestions, please put them down below. Like this video and consider subscribing for future updates. Any engagement helps my channel growth and I'm very appreciative of it. So yeah, thank you for sticking through this long video, and I will be back soon with something else. I don't know what. Stay tuned.